yourself.
Hey, everybody. It's another episode of Go Flix Yourself. My name is Ben Konowitz, and with me, as always, is the Daryl Hammond to my Bill Hader, Bradford Oman.
Hey, that's me.
That doesn't sound anything like Daryl Hammond.
I'm doing an impression of me doing Daryl Hammond.
Oh!
So it's actually very good.
I like that a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And the James Austin Johnson to my Bill Hader, Nate Loucks.
And I said I can't really do his. I don't really do a Trump.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah, that was more like Bobcat Goldthwait.
I know it was. hey, you guys! Hey, you guys!
You want me to be president?
I don't know why.
Hot to Trot was a good movie.
Yeah, maybe one day I'll be president.
So for those of you who don't know, those are three impressionists that have been on Saturday Night Live in the last decade.
I'll tell you one thing I'm good at. It's Daryl Hammond's Bill Clinton. It might be just okay though.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show, boys and girls. Thanks for joining us.
I can do Daryl Hammond's Al Gore.
Lockbox.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
1.5% of people use the internet that I invented.
That I invented. I like it.
Lockbox.
Do you ever
Good for you.
practice your impressions in the car?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you?
Yeah,
Honestly,
100%.
all the time.
I never do.
Sometimes
I don't have an impression.
Sometimes I'll just do random voices to myself too. Like,
And then he'll call me.
yeah, hey.
He had this one for a while called Sick Rick. This isn't a bit. You think this is a bit?
No,
It's
that's-
not.
that's a real thing.
He would call and he'd go, hey, it's me, Sick Rick. And he would just, and I'm like, who is this? Your buddy, Sick Rick. And he would cough hard into the phone. And I'm like, I don't like this. And I would call him out. I'm like, Brad, I don't like this character. What character? I'm Sick Rick. I'm like, it was just you're coughing into my goddamn ear. And I go, what did you want to talk about? He goes, nothing, gotta go. Sick Rick out. And he would hang up. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Oh, it's not good.
It was a great
Not
bit.
good. So this is a movie podcast where we talk about the latest movies we see. We talk about a couple trailers. We'll talk some trailer talk.
It's trailer time.
Not yet, buddy. I don't want to skip around. I want to make sure that we're on point and we got things by the book here because Brad runs a tight ship.
Mhm. I know everything about chips.
Do you have any more of those Pringles?
Oh my God!
No,
you're not
you
allowed.
literally ate all the
You ate
Pringles.
all of them. I even got a second one, and you went through that too.
Mm-hmm. That was good.
You dirty little. Pig.
I do have for you though.
What?
Got
Today's
some,
sponsor.
yeah, something else I'm gonna have you put in your mouth today.
Okay. When you phrase it like that, it's a very
don't
big
love
turn-off.
this. Don't love it.
What do you mean you don't love it?
I don't even know what it is, but I don't love it.
You want me putting snacks in your mouth?
Will you stop saying it like that?
Today, guys, we're getting into the festive season. Things are turning a little bit Christmassy. Even though it's November, they've put out the Christmas stuff right away. Like,
Did you put up your tree at home yet?
Not yet. I want to. I just haven't had the time.
I was in Walgreens on Halloween on the 31st, and they had all the candy was marked on half price, and they already had their Christmas.
I got no problem
yeah.
with that. I got no problem.
They
with
were starting to put Christmas stuff up the last week leading up to Halloween.
I take my daughter
I don't
to
like
Hobby Lobby, and they put their Christmas stuff up in July.
Well, of course they do. That's a super right-wing Christian organization.
Oh my gosh, Hobby Lobby has 4 glass ornaments of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're just their heads and like the perfect animation design
really?
for each one of them. You bet your ass I bought all 4 of them. They're awesome. They're going on the tree this year. So buckle up, Buttercup. We're getting Christmas on. Anyway, it's festive season. Ben, let me ask you, what kind of nuts do you like to put in your mouth?
I'm actually interested in this. Go ahead, Ben.
I mean, I like mixed nuts. I will say I like kind of like.
What's your favorite nut though? What's the nut that really gets you in a tizzy?
The almond? Is
The
pecan?
cashew?
The pecan?
I think that I like a dry roasted almond.
A dry roasted almond.
Yeah, like a dry roasted
See,
almond.
the only way I'll do almonds is if they're like honey roasted or cinnamon roasted.
Nope. I love a good almond. Just even a slightly salted almond.
Oh my God, this is so boring. What are you doing to us?
Oh, well, tonight I'm gonna pop some nuts in your mouth.
God, don't say it
these are Christmassy nuts, holiday nuts, I guess you could say. You know how I like to get my holiday nut on. So planners.
You're just making yourself laugh over
I
it.
am.
Nobody else finds that. We have like 14 listeners, and all of them, it was dead silence in their cars on their walk to work. And then you just hear. Here's my
What I
impression of
loved
Brad.
about it,
No,
it
here's
was
my impression of
such
Brad.
a childish
Here's-
giggle. It
here's
was
how this is the funniest thing I've ever said.
I said nuts.
So Planters, they bring out some special flavors of nuts around the holidays. Last year, they had these incredible cinnamon roasted pecans. They were fucking awesome. I bought like 4 bags, and I just finished the last bag like last month because they were yum yum yum. They have a new flavor this year, and that is apple cider donut flavored cashews.
Those look like Hall's like throat lozenges.
Now,
that's the bag that you've brought.
How do you feel about apple cider donuts? Do you like apple cider donuts?
I don't know that. Honestly, I've
love
never
them.
had
Love them.
one.
I love donuts.
How have you never had an apple cider donut?
I've just never had
They
one.
come out in the fall. They have like little sprinkly cinnamon sugar on them. They taste like apple cider. I don't know if you've heard of this or not. But yeah, so get some of these apple cider donut cashews. They look like they are coated and roasted with a little bit of sweetness. So just go ahead and pop some of these nuts in your mouth. Oh, okay. All right. I'm liking this. That's pretty dang good.
It just tastes like a very, very sugary cashew.
I like the apple flavor though. It's got a very nice.
It
apple.
does have a little hint of apple there.
I don't really like cashews much.
I love cashews.
Give me an almond.
Cashews are my favorite nut, I think.
Really? What about a pecan?
I like pecans, but I only like pecans also similarly if they are like cinnamon roasted.
Oh,
honey,
you're nuts.
honey
Hey,
roasted.
don't sleep on the peanut. Okay, I like a good ballpark peanut.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah, these are really good. I'm gonna be munching on these all the live long day.
Do you eat the shells of the peanuts?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay, I do.
No, I'm not a fucking monster.
I really do eat the shell.
Ugh.
Pop the whole thing in your mouth.
That's not doing any favors to your digestive system, buddy.
Nope.
helping.
No. You feel it coming out later.
Yeah,
But-
that's gonna be
No,
cut.
no,
No, that is gonna cut up your beehole.
No. It strengthens the system.
No, it doesn't. That's like eating like that's like a level grade down from glass.
Yeah, no, it scrapes your insides and it makes it a nice red mixture, and it just gets it all out. I'm single.
You're gonna get like peanut shells stuck in your rectum.
Nope.
You promise?
Is that a guarantee, planners?
You're nasty. But these apple cider
Says
donut
Planners
planners
coming from the
cashews-
guy that giggles when he talks about nuts.
Planners, peanuts in the shell. They're going to get stuck in your rectum. We guarantee it.
I love it. But yeah, so yeah, these are out on shelves now, along with the return of the cinnamon roasted pecans, which are delicious. I recommend them both.
No, those are not bad. They're very sugary.
There you go. Delicious nuts. Put them in your mouth.
Oh, my God.
Did you hear me, guys? I said nuts.
I'm Brad Oben.
It's a pretty good impression. Not gonna lie.
Hey, Brad.
Have
You watched any movies lately, buddy?
Yeah.
So the last movie I watched was Dumb Money.
Oh, okay. How was it? I haven't seen it yet.
So for those of you who don't know, Dumb Money is the story of the GME GameStop stock,
Stonk.
affectionately known on Wall Street Bets on Reddit as a stonk, and the rise and fall of that saga where retail investors propped up the value of GameStop much to the chagrin of Wall Street hedge funds that had been shorting the stock. And so if you don't know what any of that means,
I kind of forgot this movie existed, by the way.
if you think a company's going to do bad, you can short a stock, and so then you make money if the company loses money. But if the company reverses course and does really, really well, the downside is it's kind of like you can have an unlimited downside where you can lose a lot of money. And so these Wall Street investors led by Roaring Kitty was his name, and Deep Fucking Value on Wall Street Bets. He bought
Keith Gill.
Keith Gill bought $43,000 worth of GameStop stock because he just thought this is a good. I like the stock, and it just became a movement, and came at the right time where people were feeling very downtrodden about the stock market in general, and the anti-corporate sentiment.
Yeah, I really wanted to fuck
was,
over the 1%.
and so it became this thing, diamond hands, right? Don't sell. And we're going to take the stock to the moon. And it did. It went all the way up to $416 when it was trading at like $1 or something like that. And so people were worth millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is a story of how that happened. And it's who's the lead actor?
Paul Dano?
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Yep. And then Ron Swanson and Seth Rogen play
Nick Offerman.
Did I say Ron Swanson?
You did.
Nick Offerman and Seth Rogen play Wall Street guys. And it's
Pete
clever.
Davidson's in this, right?
He is. Pete Davidson plays Roaring Kitty's brother, and he's a degenerate who and I hope this is true. He's a DoorDash driver who just eats the food. And it's just so funny because he like smokes weed and he comes up to the house like finishing fries as he's putting the order down.
Pete Davidson feels like he could still be an Uber driver right now.
Absolutely, he's got a backup plan. So anyway, it's a very fun movie to watch. It's striving so hard to be something that it really isn't, though.
Yeah,
it's
Is it trying to be The Social Network?
It's trying to be The Big Short.
Yeah,
and it's not. It's just it's more of a fun story because they even do the thing at the end where they have like so and so won. So they're like, we fought the system and we won, but no, nothing changed. Like there's one guy went out of business. Everybody else is still doing fine on Wall Street. So nothing really changed. And honestly,
so did this guy, this Keith Gill, did he make a ton of money then, or did he kind of lose it too?
He ended up he could have made so much more. But he ended up, I believe, selling half and keeping half when it was peaked out, and so like he did make quite a bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
But some people made $100,000, $200,000 in the movie, and then some people made negative, $8,000 because they held the entire time.
If anybody has any schemes like this they're cooking up, I do have a lot of student loans that I would love to take care of. So if you got anything that just gets me,
it was such a unique thing, especially for the Twitter culture at the time. That they did a couple other stocks as well, didn't they? Like, were they?
They were going to do AMC theaters, right?
Yeah, and so I caught that because I bought AMC when it was very cheap, and I sold it when it was trending at like $25. I was one of those ones that just forgot about it, bought it at 88 cents, and got it, sold it for. I made a couple $1,000s, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but when you can buy something for like $80, and then in 6 months just like randomly remember about it. And so I just checked it on the day that it was trending on Twitter, and it was worth a lot of money. So I made out pretty well on that one.
Okay. Well, we'll have to try this again and see if it works.
Yeah, do it again.
I would like to make some millions off of buying stonks.
Millionaire stonks.
Yes.
The performances are very good. The narrative is very good.
That's a great cast. I mean,
yeah, the cast is awesome. And it is. It's almost a who's who, honestly.
Who is who?
I mean, So I mean, do you want to know? So it's Ron Swanson.
I'm just kidding.
Vincent D'Onofrio's in it too.
I think isn't
what's her name?
Fucking Bucky Barnes in it?
Oh yeah,
Sebastian Shaw.
He plays the
Sebastian Stan. Why is Sebastian Shaw? That's a different person.
He plays the CEO of Robin Hood, who really are the fucking worst in the real story and the movie. I mean, they halted trading, which is they said you could only sell it, you couldn't buy any more of it.
Yeah.
And that really fucked the movement, and nothing ever happened with that.
And Shailene Woodley's in it.
Which one's that? Sorry?
Shailene Woodley?
She plays the wife of Keith Gill.
Paul Dano's wife?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. And then who's the Latino woman that is in it?
America Ferrera.
See, I always get her confused with so many others.
That's because you're racist.
Okay. She was great too, though. I don't know who she's a nurse in the movie, and her coworker is this a large African American dude, and he was great.
Who is it?
I don't know. It's a character actor. I've never seen him before.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Anyway, good movie. Check it out. Just don't be expecting a life changing look at it feels again like they really wanted a pat on the back for making this film a little bit. That's kind of what it ended up feeling like.
That actor is Mahala Harold.
Oh, I'm not sure that I know who that is. What else has he been in?
Great.
He was in Bodies.
Oh, okay.
The Honeymoon, Plan B.
That's fine. We're going to have to play that.
He's great.
Yeah, he's good in Bodies.
Okay.
I just said that.
Triple Bodies.
Brad, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
The last movie I saw was the live-action remake of The Little Mermaid.
Because we did not assign movies this time. We were a little busy.
So you
we
picked this
just
on your
decided.
own.
I did. I hadn't seen it yet, and I've been...
I just want to be very clear. We did not assign this.
Yeah, I've been sitting on it and hadn't watched it yet, so I decided to go out of my way to.
Yeah, what did you think? I watched it as well. What did you think?
You watched it recently?
Maybe a month ago.
Oh, you didn't decide not to talk about it?
I think I forgot about it, yeah.
Real nice.
Oh, it must have been a really good humdinger.
No, actually, surprisingly...
I didn't dislike it, if I remember right.
No,
yeah.
I actually think that it's pretty good, and honestly, this is the most satisfied I've been by a live-action Disney remake since Cinderella.
Ew.
Cinderella was fantastic. But this one, it does a pretty good job, enhancing the original story, adding some layers to it that weren't there before. And it was stuff that I didn't necessarily realize about the original until watching the movie, but the original Little Mermaid doesn't give Eric his own song in the movie. The original Little Mermaid only really gives Ariel, the big part of your world song, and she gets the early.
Who does most of the singing then?
So that's the thing. Ursula gets a song, and then like there's Under the Sea, and it's not like there's like an overwhelming number of songs, but there's still plenty of songs. But Ariel, because she loses her voice, she doesn't sing after that for most of the movie.
Gotcha.
So what they do here is they give her like a musical inner monologue where she still has a couple other songs, and that was actually a really nice touch. I really appreciated that. But they kind of enhance Ariel's story and how she experiences much more.
If you could be in my head.
She experiences much more about the world, and it's not just centered around Eric as the prince. So it's not just like, it's just Ariel falling in love and like realizing that her whole world is human man now. She gets to like
her whole world is human man now.
Yeah. She gets like she finds out about dancing and hears this music and experiences like the culture of like this island, essentially that they live on and everything. Melissa McCarthy, man, she is great as Ursula in this
she
movie.
killed it. Yep.
What she does with her voice was super impressive. I was wondering if she was actually really going to be able to pull it off and not sound like Melissa McCarthy, but she does some really theatrical things with her voice that I was just really, really impressed by.
Let us also make a note too that there was a lot of people critical of that casting when she got cast, and I thought she killed it as well.
I thought she was fantastic.
Actually, the one that
I was a little disappointed though that they took away the Poor Unfortunate Souls song from her, because I would have loved to have seen her do that.
The one, maybe there's just not much to give to this character. I didn't think Javier Bardem did that great. I didn't think that role just didn't.
There's honestly not much for Triton to do
because they filled out some of these other roles, and I felt like they didn't fill that one out at all.
And I think that's partially because it's Ariel's story.
Was Eric played by somebody?
Yeah,
not someone who I was familiar with.
Gotcha.
So I forget his name.
Jonah Howard King.
Most importantly, does she know what a fork is?
Well, it's called
a thingamabob.
No, a dinglehopper.
Is that really?
Yeah.
In this one too?
But she does have 20 thingamabobs.
It's been too long. I haven't.
You want thingamabobs?
I've got 20.
But who cares? No big deal. I want more nuts. I want more nuts. Give me the nuts.
Wow.
But no, it's the dinglehopper is the fork that she gets because Scuttlebutt is voiced by Awkwafina, which actually wasn't annoying. And they
Jesus, man.
No, because Awkwafina works in small doses, and like when you get Awkwafina, you know exactly what you're getting.
You get Awkwafina.
It's the same stick all over and over again. But no, she's funny as so it's not a seagull anymore. I forget what kind of bird it is, but it's a bird that has the ability to like dive under and swims underwater actually, so that she can have scenes with Ariel underwater and with Sebastian and stuff. But they actually give Scuttle and Sebastian an extra Lin-Manuel Miranda style rap song, which was actually pretty clever and very well done. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I was actually fairly surprised by how much I enjoyed The Little Mermaid.
I didn't love Flounder.
Yeah, it was just a whatever kind of thing. It's Jacob Tremblay. It's not that he was bad. It's just,
he didn't do a bad job with the voice direction.
It's just not as funny as the character is in the animated movie, and he doesn't have much to do. It's definitely much more for Sebastian, and they beefed up Awkwafina a little bit, I think. But yeah,
it's a northern gannet is the bird.
There you
go.
To
let you know.
Perfect.
A northern gannet.
I'm gonna put that in my back pocket for Jeopardy.
Yep. This bird flies above the sea and also under the sea.
What is a northern gannet?
For 200, the Daily Double.
Well, no. I've been told that.
I don't know.
I would have been told that it was the Daily Double.
I don't know.
So I could.
Jeopardy.
Is A Mexican show. But yeah, that's the only movie I've seen. I did start watching a show though.
Nate, what's the last movie you saw, buddy?
No, I want to hear about it.
I started watching FX's Reservation Dogs.
I love that show.
I keep hearing how good it is, and I've been meaning to watch it.
It is one of my favorite shows of the last couple of years.
Yeah, I've heard it's great. They did 3 seasons, and they're done. They went out on their own terms.
So good, though.
Executive produced by Taika Waititi. Follows 4 indigenous kids who are kind of living in this small town, and they want out. So, like, they're kind of these small-time crooks where they're, like, stealing things and selling them and trying to make money so they can move to California. And I've only seen the first episode, but I really dug it. Really, really liked it.
It is a series that you'll find yourself laughing a lot because there's some really good situational humor in there.
It's very funny.
But also, like, it'll break your heart at times too. So it's just really well written. Actors that you really don't know, though. The main girl there, I think, is starting to get some, like, she's doing some stuff right now. She's got some roles coming up.
Okay.
but I just love it. I think it's such a great show.
Yeah, it is. I really like the first episode, and I'm going to keep watching it. And yeah, if you're interested, you should check that out. It's on Hulu, since Hulu has their FX on Hulu deal, so you can check that out. And I just want to say too, I've continued listening to this Jeopardy podcast that I've been
We're getting into podcasts
caught
now,
up
too.
in. It's called This is Jeopardy, and it's just the story of the show and how it's made. There was a really funny part in an episode actually where Johnny Gilbert is the guy who does the voiceover. This is Jeopardy, and he tells a story about Alex Trebek coming to fix his toilet because he was there, and he's like, well, we were on break, and he's like, and I was using the toilet, and all of a sudden it started overflowing. And I was like, oh my god! I tried to find somebody, and Alex was in the makeup chair, and he goes, Johnny, what's wrong? He's like, oh, my toilet's overflowing. And Alex just gets up and he goes in and he fixes the toilet, and everything's fine. But he's saying it in like the voice that is his, that is his normal voice. So he's talking about it in a way like that where it sounds like a game show announcer and talking about the most mundane things, and it was so funny. So Jeopardy, it's good. You like Jeopardy, Ben?
I like when we talk about movies.
Well, Jeopardy has been in a lot of movies. Have you seen White Men Can't Jump?
I have, actually.
There's a whole sequence about Jeopardy.
Yeah, foods that start with the letter Q.
Uh-huh. Do you remember what the answers were?
Quince.
Mm-hmm. And what else?
Quiche.
Uh-huh.
Quail.
Uh-huh.
And that's all I got, actually. And I think that actually
I was really impressed.
No, it's pretty good.
That's not bad.
The other one that I remember is she says Quahog, which is Quahog, the city that they're in from in Family Guy.
Which is a clam.
Mm-hmm. And then the other, what is the Daily Double one is a Q one. I forget what it is.
Is that the quince?
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. We're going to say it is.
Yeah, okay. But yeah.
That's a deep dive on Jeopardy in the movie
White Men Can't Jump.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, well, we love movies here.
You know what? I really wish they would have had that element in the new White Men Can't Jump.
Brought Jeopardy back?
Hell yeah.
That would have been pretty good.
Awesome.
I wouldn't have been upset about it.
Nate, did you watch a movie this week, buddy?
I watched a couple, but I'm like Brad. I didn't get a chance to watch a ton. The one I watched that was new to me anyway was Gran Turismo.
Yeah.
I'm a David Harbourite. I do love David Harbour a lot. And so I actually really, really enjoyed this film. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a race car guy.
No.
Indy car would be like, if somebody gave me free tickets to Indy 500, I would not go. I don't want anything to do with car racing.
I wouldn't go that far. I think it would be pretty unique.
Yeah, no, you can go. I won't. I'll be bored out of my mind.
I'll be honest, I don't. It feels like a music festival vibe, and I would never go.
I want to hear the sounds of the
yeah, that's what you want out of everything.
I don't.
Yeah, just you want to sit there and...
Lisa! I need another beer!
Wait. Do that one more time.
Lisa! I need another beer!
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you've completed the Indianapolis 500 experience.
You don't have to go now. So this is a film that, I mean, here's the crazy thing.
What do you mean I got to take this flag down?
It just says what I feel about people. I'm sorry. Blue lives matter, and people need to hear it.
It was about states' rights, and you know it.
This is our history.
Guys, this is like the little 4th of July parade.
Come on, it's not that. Lisa, go get me another beer. Move your hair out of your face so I can see your teeth.
I thought you were going to say tits.
Oh, no. Jesus Christ, Brad.
Well, it's not you. It's a character.
Yeah, but not me. Thanks for the clarification. You know, we end the show and I'm like, bye, everybody, bye. And they're like, well, anyways, I got to get back to Lisa and her tits. So I'll be upstairs with the dogs. And I got to check his ball sack for ticks again. He's been in that goddamn mill pond. And I can't tell you what. Anyway.
I'll tell you what, Rusty had the biggest tick in his nutsack the other day.
Man, I dug that shit out with some tweezers. Well, it wasn't a tweezers. It was a broken Coors Light bottle. But I got it. I got the goddamn thing.
I'll tell you, Rusty did not mean like squeezing his nuts, though. He was like, that's how Rusty was sounding, like squeezing his nuts.
Then he turned on me, caught me square in the giblets. This has been Redneck Corner, brought to you by Ben and Brad.
We should start our own show.
But
we have our own show.
No, with the rednecks.
Oh, just that's the whole show. Hey, welcome to Redneck Corner with Ben and Brad. Ding.
All right, so Gran Turismo is good.
No, did you like Gran Turismo?
Hey, leave all this in, by the way. That's a funny bit. That's fine. I'm fine with it.
All right.
Yes, it is very good. I'm not into car racing, and I'm not into video games, so it was two worlds that came together. It's really well acted. Just a fun movie. It's not a great movie, but it is a fun movie.
Yeah, no, it's
above average though.
I didn't regret watching it.
Exceeded my
and
expectations.
Ginger Spice is in it. I had a big crush on her.
That's true. She has a role in it, and I'm not upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who she is.
She's the mom of the main driver.
Oh, I don't remember who Ginger Spice is enough to like recognize her as an actress. I wouldn't know.
Wow.
I wasn't really, I didn't know the Spice Girls.
What?
It was just right.
You didn't feel things when you saw that video
really.
when you were like 15?
I'm sorry. You weren't like wholly impressed by that Union Jack dress she was wearing with those big red boots?
Not really, honestly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, something's broken you.
Yeah. You got to go to see the doctor.
It's probably just because when they talk, I just don't like the British accent. It's not sexy.
Because you're...
Oh, yeah, well, you know, look at me leggings. Hey, look, you want some pie, fish and chips?
I fucking,
Where are you?
First of all, I fucking
what
love the
Cockney
British
person
accent.
are you listening to?
Yeah.
That's saying
And second
this?
of all, my fiance...
You want to go to bed with me?
my
Let's make some night times in the dark. Like, what? Who would find that
First of all,
attractive?
what dark alleys are you walking around in London to find voices like that?
I'm telling you right now, it's the most unattractive.
My fiance
it's
has a
not.
British
She
accent.
does not.
Yeah, she does.
She's a very lovely accent. That's not British.
That it is British, and it is a very lovely British accent.
No, what she does is fine.
Wow.
All right.
No, actually, what does she sound like? Go ahead.
What?
The one word.
What?
Oh boy.
I also watched...
Korea.
Yep.
She says Korea, and it made for a funny joke one time.
It's good inside baseball.
it's funny the second time you
It's
say
fun.
it.
It's fun to tell stories that people don't get.
Korea.
We're going to keep doing this.
What's the second movie you saw, Nate?
Let me unbutton my blouse. You can take a look at these things right here. Do you want to play with my giblies? Come on.
Oh, Jesus.
It would be terrible.
They don't call them Giblies.
Do they not? I don't know.
No.
Anyway.
They call them Yankees.
I'm Ice Spice.
Ice
Spice?
I don't know. I don't
Ice
know.
Spice isn't British. And she's not part of the Spice
She wasn't a
Girls.
Spice Girl? It was Baby, Sporty, Ice, Ginger, and McGillicuddy.
That's true. McGillicuddy was the hottest.
No, yeah.
She had almost all of her teeth.
I almost Union Jack to her. Listen, I'm on one now, boys. We're having.
I
a good
know
night.
this is going to be a great ending to this podcast. We know we're going to have to cut a lot. All right, so I'm on my Christmas movie kick too as well, and I watched this week The Night Before, which is a film in 2015. It's a comedy written and directed by Jonathan Levine.
And you had already seen this, right?
I had already seen it. I love this film, though. It is...
I was kind of disappointed
No,
by it.
rewatch it.
Rewatch
it's really
it.
great.
I might
I'm not
need
joking.
to.
We saw it when it came out. You and I did.
Yeah.
We saw it together, and we were not in love with it.
Yeah.
In recent years, I have rewatched it. I rewatched it.
It's like a 70% Rotten Tomatoes.
It's better than we thought it was.
I love this film. I genuinely love it.
Our
Yeah.
expectations were just too high.
Okay.
Michael Shannon's great in this. He's got like a bit part in it, that kind of recurring part in it, supporting role, and he's great.
Very similarly, the first time I saw Office Christmas Party, I thought it was fine, and then I rewatched it, and I really liked it.
I love it too. I
That's
love
another
it too.
one I haven't rewatched since I saw
No,
it. So.
rewatch both of those. Maybe in December.
Yeah.
I love both of those films,
Okay.
but again, not hard to please with Christmas movies. But
Whoever the actor is, the African American gentleman who plays the guy they're trying to impress, and he ends up doing coke with them in Office Christmas Party.
oh yeah,
I cannot tell you that that performance is fantastic. He's awesome.
So I love watching films where you see guest roles or like bit roles given to people that have gotten quite a bit bigger since that film.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guest roles, or not guest, one of the bit roles in there is the limo driver. Do you remember that scene where they get into a limo because he's doing Anthony Mackie is being sponsored by Red Bull, and this is in
I know.
The Night Before.
I probably it's been 3 or 4 years since I've seen this.
Yeah, so and then
I'm due for a rewatch.
in The Night Before. So Anthony Mackie plays this football player that's on steroids, and he's sponsored by Red Bull, and so they've got this big Red Bull limo in this film. And the person driving it is Nathan Fielder, and it's a young Nathan Fielder.
That's funny.
And so like
That
it was
is
one of those
funny.
things where I'm like, I've seen this film probably 5 times.
I don't want to
Yeah.
open the.
and I did not know it was him until now because I know who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
I will not. I don't really want to open the can to TV here, but is he in a new Something called like The Crave or something.
The Curse. Yeah, it's a new Showtime series where him and Emma Stone are a couple, and they do like house renovations, and there seems to be kind of like.
So involving real people, and they renovate their house and they fuck it up and they tell them this is how it's going to be, and there's
no. I think it's an actual like.
It's actually
series.
it's more narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, than
because that sounded like I was doing a bit, but like that's what he's known for. Is just like making me awkward.
And I'll say it. I kind of think Emma Stone's pretty.
Wow, that's a pretty thin limb.
Love me some Emma Stone. She's hilarious.
Both of you,
she's adorable.
Calm it down.
I'm just in La La Land about it.
Oh my God, easy, eh?
That's it. That's all I watched. I was not able to watch much more.
What was I gonna say? Because you just said something. Oh, so it's similarly, I had an interesting experience where when Lost was on, and like I was not really familiar with most of the people on Lost, with the exception of Dominic Monaghan, because he was in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
movies.
he was almost like the biggest guy in there.
Yeah,
right?
but then after Lost was on for a while, it was funny because I would watch stuff that I hadn't seen before, and seeing them pop up in stuff like John Locke is in Old School as Luke Wilson's boss.
Yeah.
That was like, whoa.
I bet that guy's been in a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
he
he was in the X-Files movie.
He's got such a look to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was really it was fun after getting into Lost, seeing the cast pop up in a bunch of stuff that I didn't know they were in because I didn't know who they were.
Who's the actor that plays John Locke? Do you know his name?
Oh, his name is Terry O'Quinn.
Yeah.
So Terry O'Quinn is from an age where headshots were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it wasn't just like you'd come in and audition. So his headshot got him probably more roles because he's got such a specific hardcore look. Like he got hired as every tough guy, every enforcer, every whatever. I'm sure forever. That's awesome.
So yeah, Lost, good stuff.
Who was the Arab guy in Lost?
Naveen Andrews played Saeed.
And so my brother, when he first moved to L.A.
Just to clarify, he's Iraqi.
Sorry, I'm not. I don't know which country he originated from.
I mean, his character was. I'm not sure necessarily.
Sorry. I thought you were talking about his actual nationality. Which again, I apologize. I don't know.
I believe he's Naveen Andrews is actually British.
Yeah, I mean, he's British.
Look at me, long hair. I love. This is me. My name. I'm Lost now. I'm Lost.
I play Saeed.
yeah. It's very, very similar to my own voice, so I love it.
His family's from India, though.
There you go.
All right. So I'm way off, of course, as always. But no, my brother had moved to LA, was getting jobs as a grip, and my mom went out to visit him, and that gentleman was pulling out of a parking lot in his amazing convertible Porsche. And this is probably after Lost had been in the air for 3 or 4 years, and clearly he had a lot of money. And he said that my brother was in the crosswalk, and all he did that thing where you just have your hand on the wheel and you just put 2 fingers up real quick. Like, hey, how's it going? And my brother thought, my mom was like, oh, he's from, and my brother's like, play it cool, mom.
Come on, be cool.
Play it cool.
Play
This
cool.
is LA. We see this all the time.
Was Evangeline Lilly, was she big at that point or no?
No, that was like a big.
The thing that launched her,
yeah,
right? Yeah. I'm looking through some of the.
I mean, Matthew Fox got Smoking Aces because of Lost.
Well, he was in Party of Five.
Yeah, he had already been on Party of Five.
He was probably the biggest star.
But
it was a joke. He had a bit part in that movie.
Yeah, but Lost was the biggest thing to pretty much happen to anybody on that show.
Daniel Day Kim has done some producing and stuff since then. He played. I
will say that is a show that not many people have that I know of, other than Evangeline Lilly, have gone on to do much.
Matthew Fox did for a little while, but his
star rose a bit, but again.
Yeah, he fizzled out also because of the fact that he's a domestic abuser, and that'll happen.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah, she I think she was already in Fast and Furious by this point, but Lost
2001 was the original Fast and Furious. Right?
And then the guy who plays Ben, he went on to be in
Was he a tail guy?
He
came in from the tail, right?
It's been. I know he was later. I don't. No. He was working for the Dharma Initiative.
Got you.
I think he pretended to.
Oh,
be,
that's Michael Emerson. I've seen him in so many different things.
He's great in Person of Interest, a show that I really, really like, even though it has a.
No, you like the main guy, right?
Jim Caviezel's in it, unfortunately. But no.
Jesus Christ!
But what was really cool about the series, though, is it's Bad Robot produced, and it has a procedural vibe to it, where like it's like a case of the week kind of thing. But after a while,
case of what?
It started to take on this serial arc that was continuing and was going along with the procedural thing, and it was really cool, and I really liked that show a lot.
Person of Interest.
Another one, I feel like she's been in a lot of different things, like as a side character, is Elizabeth Mitchell.
Yes.
She's done some stuff.
Santa
as well.
Claus's wife.
Yeah, she is.
Is tangentially here is Jason Lee still somebody we can talk about?
No.
I'm talking about My Name Is Earl.
My name
Yes.
is Earl.
No. Yeah. He's still. He's just semi-retired.
Okay, but he's not like he didn't get because I was just going to
He's
compliment
also
him.
no longer. He's also no longer a Scientologist.
Okay, so I just saw a YouTube clip of a podcast, which is how I ingest my media.
Wow.
these days, evidently.
Jesus, Grandpa.
Seriously, but he was talking. It was like it was like Jason Lee explains what happened on My Name Is Earl, and this is the most you're going to get out of me on a series, boys. So buckle up. I didn't realize it ended on a cliffhanger on the 4th season, and it had pretty good reviews and pretty good ratings. And evidently, the show ended on a cliffhanger, and then they didn't renew it. They canceled it.
My Name Is Earl?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So Jason Lee says, and this is a clip from like last year.
Yeah.
And he goes, once a week, people come up to me and they're like, so what happened to Earl? and then some people get kind of aggressive and blame me. And I'm like, it's NBC. Like, I wanted the show to keep going. Do you not understand that? They think that I made the decision to end the show.
I love the way that Jason Lee talks. There's
want
an
him to
intonation to his voice that I've always really liked.
I needed him to have another career outside of Kevin Smith's universe.
Yeah.
I love him in all those movies, but I feel like he's got something that not a lot of actors have.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
And honestly, it doesn't really
It's
seem
a
like
sexy indifference.
It doesn't really seem like he wants to act much
I know,
anymore.
and that's fine, but good for him. I miss him.
I do
He's
too.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I liked him.
It looks like he might be coming back in a miniseries called The Residents. I don't know if they're actually making it or if they've just announced it. But he also does voice acting. Have you ever seen the show We Bare Bears?
No, I don't even know what that is.
It's on Cartoon Network.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the shows that Katie Krentz worked on for a little while.
Oh, nice. I'll have to check that out. That's an animated show?
Yeah,
it is.
It's for kids, but apparently it is pretty good. Bobby Moynihan did a voice on it, and yeah.
I love that. I love Dimitri Martin's stand-up. He's fantastic.
It's very clever. He had a moment for a little while, and then he kind of fell away.
Yeah, I listen. Yeah, doesn't matter.
This is really veered into TV.
Yeah. Sorry,
but it's been fun though.
Well,
no, it is though.
This is what happens when we don't talk. When we don't watch.
But these are the Wikipedia things that I get on where I'm like, Jason Lee, whatever happened to him? And then for 2 hours, I'm reading about Jason Lee and what happened, following him on Instagram now and things like that.
Isn't it funny though that because these days I wanted to say something very positive on a thing I saw about him, but I'm so trepidatious because I'm like, well, I haven't seen him in a while. Is it because he killed somebody? Is it because he's on the run from the cops? Is it because he's Republican?
Are him and Matthew Fox beating women together?
Exactly. Like I didn't know that about Matthew Fox. I like him. I liked Matthew Fox.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit.
It's interesting though because at one point, Jason Lee was a fairly substantial. He hosted SNL in 2005.
He got nominated for Emmy several times for My Name Is Earl.
He was a big deal, and just kind of. Did he get tired of it? Like, did he just make enough money?
They canceled My Name Is Earl. Honestly, pretty unjustly. I think that the ratings. If NBC could go back and look at those ratings, then they'd die for them. Now,
oh yeah,
right?
Of course.
But back then they were still still a powerhouse.
Yeah, I mean that was talking like
2007.
It's like peak TV time, like after Lost, where everyone like network TV was huge.
Yeah.
Still,
yeah. How's it feel now? NBC. I don't know why I'm shitting on them.
They did 2005 to 2009. Was My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
So
well, didn't survive the recession. I get it.
Oh, that's what happens sometimes.
All right. So, do we have any trailers for this episode? Actually, do we have a trailer song?
Nate, I gotta say, it's been a while since you've done a trailer.
I don't do trailer songs. I do the preparation. I do all the legwork for these shows. I don't do.
Well, guess what? You have done no legwork for this podcast, and I happen to know that you did no game for this episode. So it's time for you to sing a trailer song.
I did legwork
Sing a trailer song. Nate. Sing a trailer song.
It's not funny when I have to do it. Though.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, this is actually starting to get really funny.
Yeah.
now I see why.
Now you're shaking your little moon boots.
I don't know any songs.
What?
The guy that loves musicals.
Yeah, the guy that was just talking about how much he loves fucking music.
I mean, I will genuinely have to look through songs to think about which songs I want to sing.
Through the magic of editing, it will appear as if you've come up with a song off the top of your head.
All right. So moving on.
Trailer song, please, Nate. Nate.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, I didn't know we were actually going to do it. Like, I thought, like...
What, you think I'm just sitting here, like, waiting for you to do a trailer song for the good of my health?
It's awkward, isn't it? Doesn't it suck?
Yeah.
Think about no. I want you to legitimately think about how you feel right now, and then this is what you do to me every fucking week. It's awkward and it sucks. Don't do it.
All right, fine. Okay.
I got one. You want me to do it?
When I find myself in times of trouble, the trailers just come to me, singing words of wisdom.
Let me see.
No, I don't like that one.
Let me see.
Why would you
Let me see.
No. You've never said that.
I had so many words that I could have rhymed with that. I really wanted to seek that out, but now it's good. No, it's fine. I'm done.
No. Fuck you. You have never bailed me out. You have
That's not true.
You have sat
he
there.
has many times.
I have
actually.
sat there
many
and
times.
let me
Yeah.
sweat. But no, not that quickly. That was so quick. You didn't even let him.
I was actually searching for it because I had so many words I could have rhymed with B.
You
but-
had.
It's because I felt inspired and I knew I could do it.
I know you liked where I was going with it, and
so
I appreciated
shitty.
that.
Watching movie trailers. Let me see.
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 We're
watching movie trailers. Let me see.
Let me see.
All right, guys. We watched a couple new trailers this
So
week.
mad at both of you right now. I cannot.
It actually turned out pretty well.
I'm pretty
You know what?
satisfied with it.
My stomach hurts a bit. I'm not joking.
That's
Like,
going on the
drank too
album.
much Jack
That is
Daniels.
going on the album.
Oh, we should release a Now That's What I Call Trailer Songs
Oh
album.
yes, we're doing it.
There we go. All right.
you self-important, smug fucking assholes. Look at how happy you are right now with your little bullshit. Where you're just like you're looking at each other like wink, wink. Look at what we did. It was so fun. Thanks for helping me out, brother. And you're gonna text each other later. And you're like, it was really funny when we fucked over Ben again. Fucking hate this place.
Why would we have to text each other? We'll put it in the thread so you can see it too.
No, yeah, we like it when you see the.
You're not my real dad.
We watched 2 new trailers this week. Both of them just came out this week, actually. So they are pretty new. The first one we'll talk about is a sequel that we've known is in the works for a little while.
Both of these are sequels, by the way.
Well, that's true. Yeah. This one is an animated sequel. It's called Inside Out 2, the sequel to Pixar's Inside Out. I don't know about you guys, but I love Inside Out. The Incredibles used to be my favorite Pixar movie, and it's still very much up there. But over the years, I've come to appreciate Inside Out as the best Pixar movie, in my opinion.
It is a great film.
Love Inside Out. It's just the way it represents growing up and your emotions and how they work and like against you and for you and all of that. It's a lovely movie.
My daughter was 7 when this came out. This film did, and so it holds also like an emotional resonant part for me too, because the characters. I mean, she's a little older in this, but yeah, it's such a great film.
It just
I
pisses me
love
off
this film.
That
so
Mindy Kaling and Bill Hader aren't
That is frustrating. Yeah, so Bill Hader and
like
Mindy Kaling played Fear and Disgust in the original.
what,
and did a great job.
What Disney? You can't fucking shell out another $2 million per person. Like, come on.
I mean, they were going to pay Amy Poehler, or they did pay Amy Poehler $5 million. Well earned. I'm not mad at Amy Poehler, but they were going to pay them $100,000.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's just crazy,
Christ.
and especially since how much bigger like Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling are in the 8 years since Inside Out came out.
What role did Amy Poehler play in that though to hold out for that though? Right? That's what I kind of wonder is shouldn't she have maybe because we've seen these stories before where the A-list actor says no, I'm not going to do this unless my other actors get paid.
I mean,
also Amy Poehler doesn't have much on the horizon, so she's like,
that's right. I don't know. Maybe she doesn't.
Yeah, no, I legitimately don't know as far as like how the negotiations went or anything like that. But apparently Disney didn't want to pay Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling as much as
this
they were
movie
paying.
is going to make $500 million, well, $200 million, and $1 million for Bill Hader, $1 million. Get the fuck out of here.
And
I mean, the first film made $860 million.
Here's my beef, honestly, is that you ask, is that worth it when you can just get a sound alike or just a different enough voice that still kind of sounds like that, right? And so Tony Hale's fine, right?
He's a great voice actor.
He took the 20 grand and he's doing the job. Cool. So the idea here, though, is if you are able to market it as the same voices from the like everyone's back, bam, bam, that in and of itself for people like us that love the original, we have more faith in the film, and now we're going to talk about it in better regard, and it's going to cost them 1/1000th of the budget. I
think Disney knows though. You and I care,
right? But nobody else does.
Nobody else cares. I don't think.
Yeah, and
that's the problem with kids today.
Well, and one of the things,
and that's why when they go to AI voicing, nobody will care. I'm not kidding. Like it'll be us that care, but the regular viewer won't care.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. They won't be able to do AI voicing and make it sound like any other actor because like that's part of what the SAG strike was about. So like they're not gonna be able to like say, hey, this is voiced by Bill Hader and it's all computer, but that won't happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, but like I do wonder as far as why they didn't want to is because Inside Out 2, as we see in this trailer, is about introducing new emotions. And so considering there were 5 in the original, if there's new ones, then presumably since Fear and Disgust, who were already supporting characters in the first one, might have a less significant role to play in this one. So perhaps that's why.
The only thing I could ever think would be fair, right, is if it's their bit parts, not even supporting though, because $5 million to $100,000 is a slap in the face.
It really is. It really is. Yeah,
it's 2% of what Amy again, and I don't want to put this against Amy Poehler. This is not her fault.
I do,
but it is something though that has soured me honestly a little bit. Maybe because there's been so many, union fights for fair wages and stuff like that.
And Disney's always trying to make the extra buck, even though they don't need it. So
I mean, honestly. $500,000 even, right? I mean, just
because and if you can prove,
and we're talking 2 actors.
If you look at this,
4 actors total.
If you look at the script, he's like, okay, Joy has 1,000 lines, and Fear has 100, so I'm going to pay you a tenth of the money. Okay. But if it's not that, if there is more
2%,
more than 2% of those lines, it's kind of a slap in the face.
So well, I mean,
I'll reserve judgment though. Let's see if those 2 characters are truly now bit players rather than supporting. Then maybe it's not. Maybe they just pass because it's not. They're busy.
Because Maya Hawke is joining the cast this time.
Yeah, Maya Hawke is playing Anxiety,
which should be a fun addition.
It should be. Yeah, it should be good.
Who plays Depression?
Ben.
Hey guys. It's me, Ben Konowitz. I'm Depression.
He's not even animated. It's just a live action version of Ben.
It's like, oh, hey, you also caught me in the mirror. I also don't like what that looks like. Anyway, back to sleep.
This is just
I'm so sad.
This is just a teaser trailer, so we don't see much, but we do see.
It's a little bit longer than a regular teaser for me.
Yeah. The construction guys
who
come in.
Orange. That's a really fun reveal there.
Yeah, the construction guys come in. They replace the panel with all the buttons.
Construction guys from Monsters University. Because that's what they look like. Honestly, they look like
the same characters that were in the first one that were like that.
It just looked like Monsters University.
No, they don't look like monsters. They just look like they live outside Marley said.
Okay.
I have a lot of expectations for this one because this, again, had an emotional center to it that I thought was really meaningful.
Much more than Home Alone 2.
Well, yeah. I mean,
and also, I love Bill Hader, so I can't wait to see what he does with the character this time. What's that?
Yeah, no, I'm very excited to see this.
I'm all in.
Yeah, regardless,
I still want. I don't think I'll go to the theater though.
Well, you haven't been going to the theater much lately for anything.
You know what? Fair point. fair fucking point, Brent. I've been sad. All right? I haven't really left the house all that much. Cool.
I don't bathe regularly.
I don't wear deodorant. I don't watch new movies. It took me 7 times to get through Dumb Money.
This is a first-time director that's doing this, too.
Good.
Who is it?
Sorry.
The director is... Hold on.
Abe Vigoda.
The director is Kelsey Mann.
Mm-hmm. What else have they done?
They have they've been story supervisors, creative team members. They wrote. You guys are gonna love this because I like this film better than you do. They wrote the only story that they've written fully is The Good Dinosaur.
But I do wonder if that was like the story that ended up in the movie, or if they were credited with story because they wrote the original story that maybe got changed or something like that. So
yeah, actually, Meg the Fauve, I know I'm not pronouncing that right.
That's exactly right.
Wrote Inside Out and The Good Dinosaur. So the writer is the same person too.
There you go. So yeah, I'm excited for Inside Out 2. When does it come out, Nate?
June 14th.
That's what I'm talking about. We watched another trailer for a sequel that is coming out in March of 2024. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, the unfortunately titled sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife. I appreciate the New York pun, I suppose, but I don't like the title. It doesn't sound like a Ghostbusters movie. It sounds like a video game or a novel that they wrote in between movies. But I will say, this trailer is pretty great.
No, honestly, I don't love the title, but I like the trailer. Like it's enough of a tease. I do love seeing that like Bill Murray's back, and when movies come out like this, especially after the first one where every character got their cameo, and then maybe the sequel doesn't necessarily get those same people back, but
Right.
to at least get that in the trailer, like we don't have to worry about that. I am at least going to see my favorites. Then I'm all in again.
Yeah. Nate, how about you?
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I really, really enjoyed the first one. It was a fun
Empire. Okay, I get it now.
Dipshit.
I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's just a very well put together trailer. I really like how the beginning kind of emulates Die Hard with a Vengeance, actually, by doing like the summer shots of New York and everything before the ice storm shows up.
And that was a little bit scary too. Like they had a little bit of like horror elements to it.
Paul Rudd has the sandwich board sign on him.
The vibe I like about this, and this is what I liked most about Ghostbusters Afterlife, even though I walked away feeling a little disappointed because of the ending. I liked that Ghostbusters Afterlife really felt like the kind of Amblin movie that they don't really make anymore. Like the kind of
I do remember you saying
live action scary adventures for kids, and this carries that over. And what I also like about this is that even though Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd and Ernie Hudson are still around, we've moved on from the nostalgia capture of all the stuff where we're like, hey, remember Twinkies and stuff from the first Ghostbusters? We got a Twinkie wrapper here.
We did it.
Yeah, we did it here. Here, they're able to do something completely fresh and new, you know? So, like, they're still around, but this is unlike anything we've ever seen in Ghostbusters before. We have the new cast, you know, taking center stage. I am curious as to how they explain why Paul Rudd and Celeste O'Connor, who plays Lucky, the girl that Finn Wolfhard kind of has a crush on, why they're in New York, since they're both supposed to be from living in Somerville, Oklahoma.
They're dating now.
The Celeste O'Connor and Paul Rudd's characters? Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun.
Takes a turn.
But yeah, so maybe they're visiting, and maybe, you know, it just so happens that that's when the paranormal activity stuff starts. But it looks very cool. I love that Patton Oswalt and Kumail Nanjiani are in this.
Kumail still looks very healthy.
Oh, he really does.
He has not dropped that part.
But they are perfect for the Ghostbusters universe.
For sure.
And
especially Patton Oswalt.
I love the final shot too. That laugh that Paul Rudd gives, where he's
It's a very Paul Ruddy
Only
laugh.
Paul Rudd can do that, and you know it's like, what's he looking at? Like,
Yeah.
Do you know why Jason Reitman, who wrote this film, this is the first film, by the way, first Ghostbuster film Ivan Reitman obviously is not involved in.
Yeah.
Why?
He passed away.
Oh, you beat me to it.
But Jason Reitman was like supposed to direct this, and he didn't. He got let go by the studio. He's still producing it, and he's still. Did he write it? Yeah, he did write it.
Did he get let go?
Well, that's what I'm asking. I guess is
no. I don't think so. I think that it's just he did what he wanted to do with the first Ghostbusters.
I mean, he was announced to be the director, though. He was initially announced to be the director, and then they said,
was he announced to be the director, or did people assume that he was going to direct?
Let me check that real quick. In June 2022, the film was confirmed by director Jason Reitman under the working title Firehouse. That same month, Reitman announced that the sequel would take place in New York City. So I mean, that's just. I'm gonna guess maybe he was just assuming he would. Direct it.
So the way are you reading this from Wikipedia?
Yeah, I'm going to the link right now. It's
so from what I remember as far as how the story developed, they announced that they were making a Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel. No one ever came out and confirmed that Reitman was directing it. People probably just assumed that he was, since he directed Afterlife and Ivan Reitman died. But when I remember that because they did have an official announcement that Gil Kenan was going to be the one directing it.
Gotcha. So I think you're absolutely right. So Reitman announced it as part of the Echo Fest, a Ghostbusters fan fest,
and they did announce that Gil Kenan was directing,
and that's when he announced what they're doing and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people probably just assumed, you're going to direct this. There was no formal announcement, but he was making the other announcements about the film,
right? Exactly,
because he is producing the film.
Yeah. So he's definitely taken on the torch from his father. We'll still be producing stuff for Ghost Corps, which is the overarching production banner for Ghostbusters properties at Sony. And this could be cool. Gil Kenan previously directed Monster House, the animated movie.
Like that one.
It's a solid movie. Another one that has kind of an Amblin feel to it, and Steven Spielberg actually produced that.
Monster House is like legitimately scary.
It is. It is.
I know you mentioned the Amblin stuff, and one of the movies that this is going to sound really stupid because I'm dumb. Super 8. What was that? An Amblin style film?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
100%. And that's
like, that's how I feel.
And that's what J.J. Abrams was going for.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
He wanted to make a movie that felt like a Spielberg kid
You
adventure
were
movie.
mentioning like modern Amblin style, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the one that jumps to my brain.
100%.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I feel vindicated a bit.
Perfect. You did it.
I did it, guys.
But yeah, no, I'm very much interested in this.
Hey, Nate, did you hear that? Brad gave me a compliment.
Yeah, it was. I wrote it down.
It's pretty good.
Nuts.
Nuts in your mouth.
So, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire comes out March 29th, 2024?
Yeah, because they moved. Didn't they move a movie back? Like there was a bunch of movies that got moved back because of this. I think, right?
Not because of it. I think Sony just happened to move several movies at the same time.
Dune 3,
That's not a Sony movie.
Wallpaper Man 7,
Not a real movie.
Flannel is back,
That's just a catchprise.
Devil Wears Prada.
That's
Okay. This was
Two.
initially. This was initially supposed to come out December 20th. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But because of the strikes that were happening, it got pushed back to where Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse was going to go initially.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
then they moved that one
Finn
back.
Wolfhard is 42 years old.
I know, right? It's crazy. They haven't even started shooting season 5 of Stranger Things yet.
Have they really not?
They haven't? Oh my word!
Didn't I saw a bunch of shit on Facebook, and are these all just fake ads then?
Oh yeah.
Oh, they're just,
Saying that that's coming out?
Well, I mean,
I think Netflix has done some stuff because they think
there is a stage production that's like a gap fill that's coming out soon, not with any of the cast from the show. So they advertised that
Yeah,
recently,
they have bad knees.
but no, they haven't started shooting season 5 yet. So
Holy shit.
yeah,
How? I mean, they can't. I mean, I'm not joking. Like, it was so jarring to see adult males play those.
to be fair, they all do still look fairly young, and honestly,
I don't know, man.
No. I think that there's also you do have a benefit of like there are times when kids suddenly grow up and like.
But I'm not joking. Weren't they all playing like 16-year-olds in this latest season, where they all looked like they were in their 20s?
Yeah, they were 15, 16. I don't think they look like they're in their 20s. They still look young.
I mean, Finn Wolfhard right now is 20. So
And he doesn't look super old or anything like that. You know, I think it still works. Consider how.
I mean, I do think they need to start filming pretty soon.
Yeah, that would be nice.
think about how 80% of the cast in Breakfast Club looked. I mean,
Yeah, it was a different time.
that's true, but
But also the problem there is there wasn't Breakfast Club and then now Breakfast Club 2, where they're all 30 years old.
well, not yet.
It was they were just older actors playing younger people.
Millie Bobby Brown's still only
we,
19.
We do have.
And she still looks very young.
We have a captured. You know what? You know what I'm trying to fucking say. Yeah, bye everybody. Bye.
Wow, don't do that.
Yeah, I've tried.
But yeah, so Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, I'm down to see it. Are you guys gonna?
Of course.
You guys gonna?
yeah.
That'll be
get-
something I will see in the theater.
I hope so. I hope you get back out to theater soon, buddy.
No.
Okay.
After my starring role in Inside Out 2, I just thought I'll take some time off and do some things that make me quiet.
It would be funny if after Inside Out 2, Ben also just started popping up in other movies.
as the
Just
same
randomly-
character.
Sad character.
Or just like you see him in the background, just like walking,
Just
like with his
shuffling around.
shoulders, like
Just
like
kicking up sand in Dune 2.
Wearing Shrek Crocs.
nobody can probably see me in here either.
Yeah, I guess I'm invisible to a lot of people. Is that Ben? No. You probably mistook me for somebody else.
So there's been a thing happening, at least in the film Twitter circles, where an account had posted a thing basically saying, what is your favorite movie that has a Rotten Tomatoes score? And that's any score that is under 60%.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like
Considered
under
rotten.
60%. I think it should be under 50, but whatever.
I think it's the idea, though, of like it's a majority is 2/3, you know, so
Yeah,
60 kind of, it feels right, you know, it's close.
It feels
Doesn't
wrong.
necessarily feel right to me, but
I think under 50 is it better. Like that means
film Twitter is very pretentious. So
I know, but that means
what's your favorite Rotten score, which is anything under 85?
yeah.
No,
I just feel like
that's
anything
not film Twitter that set that standard. It's Rotten Tomatoes that
But-
set that
No,
standard.
that's why it got popular though, because film Twitter is a bunch of pretentious assholes.
That's not.
But I think it should. The way it makes sense to me is half of the film critics, at least half of them, don't like the film. Right. So that's what makes
and that's fair.
But
No, I agree.
Whatever.
I agree, yeah.
But whatever. It is 60%. Yeah.
So I thought it would be fun to talk about. So what are some of your favorite movies that have rotten Tomatoes?
I mean,
scores?
I have not looked any of these up, but I will guarantee you that they are all rotten.
Oh, so you decided not to do any homework?
Well,
no, it's just I guarantee you, most of the films.
Was I supposed to look at the list or something?
No, but like most of the films.
Figure out which movies like actually have a Rotten Tomatoes.
But, okay, wait.
Instead of guessing and making us do it.
Well,
I want to do something
I've got
here.
two right off the bat here. Dumbass.
Yeah, I was just say I want to do something here. Name some of the like action films that you really like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say because
I'm
I bet they're
going
not
to
on
start off
there.
with a horror movie that I loved when I was younger, but obviously it's terrible. 13 Ghosts. It's got to be terrible on there.
I'll look it up for you.
So 13 Ghosts, for those who don't know, it's
2001 film, 19% on the tomato meter.
and so it's terrible, but I love it. They basically, what if they actually trapped ghosts in a house and you got to tour and look at them, but then they accidentally escape? It's a great premise for a film, and it was a lot of fun.
I know what you did last summer was only 7%.
Wow, rough.
The Punisher, Thomas Jane's The Punisher, is probably my favorite movie that would fit this parameter. Like it's in my it's probably in my top 20. Like I love that film. Like unabashedly love that
Top
film.
20 of all time?
I favorite, not best.
By the way,
Brad,
I know.
20
favorite.
for those.
still.
But let me say this in your defense: it is a 29% on Rotten Tomato critic score, 63% on audience score.
Well,
though.
yeah, because
So,
we're all dumb.
I mean,
No, I love a good revenge film. You both know this. And I back then it was not necessarily a coming of age film, but it hit at the right time. It came out in 98. I was in high school. It really lined up with who I was becoming.
It didn't come out in 98. It came out in like 2004.
2004. Yep.
All right, yeah. I was in high school still. It was just a
You
coming
were
of
in,
age.
you were in college in 2004.
Oh
You were-
no! I was held back. So no, but it was like I was still thinking about being a cop at that time. I really wanted to help people.
Jesus
It came out at the right time for me.
Of course. 'cause
It's just imbued in my DNA.
Another cop film that did not do well at a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. Bad Boys 2.
Oh, Bad Boys is a
Bad Boys
great
2
film.
is a great action movie.
That has almost an 80% audience score.
Look this one, SWAT. The remake, the remake of the TV show SWAT. I loved that film. Loved it
What?
when it came out. Not
my
anymore. I loved it
God.
though.
Is that the 2017 or
No.
No, that's a show.
Okay, so
SWAT came out in like 2003,
2000.
2004.
oh, with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yep.
Yep.
14%.
48%.
Okay, not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, I don't get embarrassed if I like a film in the 40s. That's not.
So the Punisher was 29%.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's a good one. So first of all, the one that I went with that I picked for mine that I posted on Twitter was Step Brothers. Step Brothers has a 55% score on Rotten Tomatoes, which is annoying because that's just one of the best comedies of the 21st century. And
it's a great film.
if you don't like Step Brothers, you can just get the fuck out of here. So
Yeah, what
That
kind
is-
of pretentious film?
That's embarrassing for you as a critic if
Yeah.
you didn't like that movie.
to be fair, the audience score is only 69% on Step Brothers, which I was kind of surprised by. But a lot of people just don't like Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly shtick, I think, so it just doesn't work for everybody.
That's dumb. That's just dumb.
I agree. Me personally, another one that I enjoy that critics they've kind of come around on this one, but it did not get great score initially. Speed Racer from 2008.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Not friend of the podcast because I'm sure he doesn't listen anymore, but Zach Boyce is a good friend of ours that from back in our comedy days at the Drop Comedy Club. Huge fan of Speed Racer. We've had that conversation with him at length that he was the one that told me I should watch it because it was that good. I mean, you did too.
Yeah.
But he was like adamant about it, and I watched it. I really like that movie.
No, it's incredible. It has unbelievable visuals. The way it translates anime as a visual style into live action is incredibly done. It's directed by the Wachowskis, so that's a big part.
my
of it.
brother, his celebrity crush was always Christina Ricci. He just thought she was.
I had a huge crush on Christina
Did you?
Ricci when I was a kid. I loved Christina Ricci because like I was already enamored with like kid actors, and I was like, oh man, it would be so cool to be like a kid in movies. And she was such a good actress when she was younger. I loved her as Wednesday. I loved her in Casper and Now and Then. So yeah, I had a crush on Christina Ricci when I was a kid for sure.
Some of the ones I picked was a film I actually really, really like, and it's a film that if I see it on, I'll watch it every time. We're the Millers with Jason Sudeikis.
Of course.
That had a rotten score.
48%.
Wow, that sucks.
Brad,
I just think it's hilarious.
Here's one that you're gonna love, Brad. Sorry, what was the Punisher again? 29%?
Yeah, something like
so
that.
8%, full 8% higher than the Mighty Ducks. Cool.
Yeah.
Good. 21%.
Mighty Ducks came at a time where I feel like there wasn't
good movies being made?
No, it was people kind of had like
their fill of the Disney
of the sports formula,
yeah.
and there was kind of like a snobby thing for like kids-based comedies and stuff like that.
So you're admitting that critics go into it with a preconceived notion that it does affect how they're not independent enough to be able to buck that system on their own?
No, I just think it was like the tastes of critics kind of at the time was like leaning further away from like those kinds of like.
But you would agree that it's a good movie.
In general, I think family comedies actually tend to get poor reviews from critics because they're usually silly.
That's fine. That's fine.
But
I think it was us that was lamenting the fact that they don't make enough of these movies anymore. The kids starring, comedy sports films that have 20 kids in there, right? They don't make those anymore.
Yeah, that's
fair.
And there's some of those films that
Bring
I really,
me
really
Little
love.
Giants.
Another one I love that is a bad score, and I think it's better than the first Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
You think Home Alone 2 is better than the first one?
Brad, don't argue with me on
No,
Christmas
you're
movies.
fucking high, man.
No.
Yeah, honestly, I hate agreeing with Brad, but
Yep.
what are you smoking?
Yeah, dude.
Home
Home
Alone
Alone
2.
is a legitimate all-time top 5 Christmas movie ever, and Home Alone 2
that's a
is an afterthought.
Here's the thing. Home Alone already starts a little bit pushing the envelope of as far as cartoonish violence is concerned. Home Alone 2 takes it to a level that is way too silly. As much as I appreciate,
but
hold on.
don't even get me started on here. I'm gonna get mad.
As much as I
gonna get
appreciate
mad.
Daniel Stern's comedic ability to be extremely silly when he's being electrocuted, the fact that they have him turn to a skeleton in the middle of the shot when he's being electrocuted,
No, that happens.
Have
you ever seen anybody get electrocuted, Brad? I have.
That's a fair point.
You can see the bones.
Home Alone 2 gets way too silly and really takes advantage of my
Your what?
Your lack of funness.
my patience.
Wow. Home Alone 2 takes advantage of my patience.
Like I'm already here watching Home Alone 2. I'm like, you know what? I'll believe that this family will lose their kid a second time at
especially
Christmas.
the same kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the one that from then on.
Sure.
This is what you guys
You
are
would
gonna
have a
do. You're
leash
gonna
on
do
that.
this. You're gonna be like, oh, it's just unrealistic. I feel like it's unrealistic. It was unrealistic the first time. Here's the thing: Home Alone 2 though has an emotional center that the first one does not have.
it's also a little.
Wait a minute. You're
if
saying
you're talking about the homeless or unhoused woman,
we're gonna get
woke culture, Brad. Good for you.
I feel like it's
Good for you.
I feel
You're gonna push Ben to my side so quickly here.
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, I started leaning more towards Nate.
it's a little bit of a saccharine like kind of
No.
storyline.
It's Christmas movies. That's what you want. There's not that emotional center.
You're
Oh,
telling me
Buzz's girlfriend, she's ugly. First film. I love that film, by the way. I shouldn't use that voice because it's still a wonderful film. But
Here's the thing: he makes friends with the homeless woman, but he doesn't fucking help her.
Well, also, he does not comment on how much she just smells like pigeon shit. Like he's what, 12? Oh God, what's that smell? You're 12? You don't have a filter.
Especially Kevin McAllister.
Oh, man,
he
yeah.
was a dickhead.
Oh, pigeon shit.
the other film I have that you guys probably won't like that I
It's
love.
a Christmas movie, I'm sure.
It is not, but there are a lot of really poorly rated Christmas films.
That's because there's a lot
that I
of
love.
really poor Christmas movies.
that I love.
Santa with Muscles is top 10 for me.
I think Tommy Boy is a great film, and it's
Tommy
at
Boy is an all-timer.
39%.
Yeah, fuck off.
That's so annoying. Tommy Boy is better than it has any right to be.
And it's still great if you
And
watch it.
but it's a good. I'm sorry, it's not just that it's better than it has any right to be. It's a good movie.
No, that's
I
what
don't
I mean.
give a fuck. Like fuck you. It's a good movie.
It's not just a good comedy. It is a great
It's a great
movie.
story.
Yeah.
There's the father son dynamic.
The heart of that movie
It's
is a
incredible.
big
Fuck
beating
you
heart.
if you don't like that movie. And I'm
Yeah.
not just saying that from somebody who grew up in that era. I'm saying that as somebody who loves film.
I put it up in there with the planes, trains, and automobiles, like the films that are just wonderful. Like you said, films, but also just brilliant comedies.
Iconic comedies. Animal House, the Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Blues Brothers 2000.
there's one that's probably not got a great Rotten Tomatoes score.
Here's one that I could not believe this was the Rotten Tomatoes score for. 39%. Man on Fire.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
That's not only a good film, that's a great film.
It's a great movie from Tony Scott. I could not believe it was at 39%.
Wow.
Do you want to hear a surprise? This is the opposite. This is a film I love that most people don't. It's a Christmas film. Prancer has 67% Rotten Tomatoes.
So,
score.
and that's
I love
listen,
Prancer
I love it,
with
but
all
it
my heart.
it should be lower than that because it's pretty damn basic, and it's not the most wonderful.
I think what it is, honestly, is it appeals to people in a different way because it doesn't have that kind of like unrealistic, over the top whimsy that a lot of Christmas movies of its style have. It's almost like if like someone made a Christmas movie for Sundance. It's a very low key, independent movie approach.
It is very independent,
to a Christmas story that otherwise there would be like the wonder and magic,
like
and
you'd
see
actually the stardust come down.
Yeah,
from
you
the
would
sky.
actually see Prancer fly off from the farm and like that kind of thing. But it takes a very low key,
because
realistic.
they shot
approach.
it in LaPorte, Indiana.
They shot Prancer, the deer.
At the end of filming, they not only shot the movie here, they shot the deer here as
What
well.
are we going to do with this? I don't know. Just,
Fucking shoot it.
I don't know. You donate the meat to the food pantry or something.
I don't know, kids. Venison again.
My mom met Sam Elliott in LaPorte while he was filming in town.
I love Sam
Prancer.
Elliott.
Is that
so
why your
much.
mom and dad separated for a little bit?
Yeah,
I love him so much. I do.
he tickled her with his mustache. And
I mean, I would watch.
my dad was pissed,
No, your dad was not pissed. You know, he was like, you know what? Go get it.
and
I
my
would
dad
not
actually
blame-
grew a mustache.
I wonder how many men in LaPorte County grew a mustache
of
after
Sam
just
Elliott?
Sam Elliott being around.
How old is Sam Elliott now?
97.
I mean, he's got to be up there.
He's got to be at least 79.
I'm gonna guess he's.
Yes, he is. That is
Exact.
incredible.
Is that
That is
exact?
79.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, that is incredible, and I just he is. There are some actors that when they pass, I'm gonna get sad for like a week. He is one of those. I love Sam Elliott.
He
I
has a recurring
genuinely
role
love
as
him.
Wild West, Adam West's brother, who's now the mayor on Family Guy. So he still voices the mayor.
That's funny.
And his mustache, he looks like Sam Elliott, and his mustache does things in the show, like it whips people, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. So Man of Fire could be. So there's two comedies. Comedies really are like
I get it.
Yeah. But
maybe,
but
maybe
this-
they don't land.
Hot Rod, 39%.
Of course, yeah, I get that though. I mean, not that I believe it.
Yeah.
but I get why.
Hot American Summer.
Yep, same thing.
38%.
Yeah, that's like historic.
You just
like,
don't know how to. Take
I don't
that.
understand that. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure like I remember when I was a kid, I watched the movie Cocktail and I really liked it. I'm sure that's a terrible, like it's got to be like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, it's probably Tom Cruise's worst movie.
Well, Cocktail's not very good.
I know, but I remember watching that movie and liking it a lot. There's a very, very good line in that movie when she breaks up.
Hey, you want a cocktail?
That's it. That's it. Shaken or stirred.
Oh wait. Cocktail is at 9%.
There you go.
Jesus.
So there's a line in that film where after she's an older woman, she breaks up with him, the young buck, and he goes, "It doesn't have to end," and she says, or "It doesn't have to end badly," and she says, "All things end badly, otherwise they wouldn't end." And I still literally remember that to this day. It's a really poignant line in an otherwise
Ben,
shitty movie.
did Cocktail fuck you up?
A little bit.
Do you guys okay? Because you guys are big Tom Cruise
big
fans.
drinkers. Oh, sorry. What?
You guys are big. Let me go through the rotten films for Tom Cruise, and you tell me if you agree with these. All right. So these are films under
Wait.
six.
Is Top Gun rotten?
It is a little bit.
Is it really?
It is 57%.
Because I could see in the 80s that it came out. 50 what?
7.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't hit yours and I's right
Yeah,
because we want
no.
it to be. And then Mission Impossible 2 is at 56%.
Deserving.
Yeah, that's legit. I'd put it lower too. Fuck that movie.
Oh, it's terrible.
Oblivion is at 54%.
I like Oblivion.
No, bullshit. I call bullshit on that.
I like Oblivion.
Night and Day is 52%.
Yeah,
It's fine.
it has a fun.
Actually, that's a really good Rotten Tomato score for that film.
Yeah, because it really is
It's
just
right
like
there.
yeah,
It's like, take it or leave it.
yeah.
Far and Away is at 50%.
Okay.
I think Far and Away is not bad though.
It's been years since I've seen it.
Vanilla Sky is at 43%.
Never seen it.
I like Vanilla Sky a lot, but it is very weird, and I can understand why people wouldn't like it.
Legend? What is Legend?
Legends, it's like an '80s movie, and like it involves the devil and stuff.
42%. Rock of Ages, 42%.
Yeah, Rock of
Jack
Ages.
Reacher, Never Go Back, 38%.
That should be
oh,
0.
yeah, that movie
should be
sucks.
-2.
This was surprising. Days of Thunder at 37%.
I don't know. That's a surprising. Back in the day when it
I
came
just
out.
remember because that was like the Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise film, right?
Yeah.
And so,
and I've rewatched it a few times. It's
It's all right.
it's fine.
what about
Michael
Lions?
Rooker is great in that film.
Have you ever seen Lions for Lambs?
I have
Yes, it's not great.
27%.
Yeah,
Um,
way too
not. Let me guess.
pre-
Valkyrie, also not a great film.
I think Valkyrie did okay, didn't it?
Okay. 60, probably 63%.
Valkyrie's at 62%.
Ooh,
Yeah,
good guess there, Benny boy.
What's his highest film?
His highest film? The first Mission Impossible?
No, the highest film is probably going to be...
Or like Rogue Nation or something, like 99%?
I'm going to say Magnolia.
No.
It'll be a Mission Impossible film, and it'll be like 99%.
Mission Impossible
Fallout.
At 97%.
There you go.
His best film from the 80s?
Tom Cruise's best film on Rotten Tomatoes from the 80s.
Rain Man.
92%?
Rain Man, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Risky Business.
Wow.
Wow, what's Rain Man?
88%.
Nah, there you go. 1% behind.
Okay.
No, not 1%. 3%. No,
Wow.
4%.
Okay, let's do
I thought,
math
you
here.
said, I thought the Risky Business was 89.
No, 92.
Oh. I don't know why I thought 89.
No, 89 came out in 87.
And then The
88.
Color of Money was up there at 88%.
I love The Color of
Color of
Money.
Money's great.
Yep. So, yeah, no, he's
There you go.
done a couple films that he's
All right, so
pretty good.
Ben likes really shitty movies,
Okay, you know.
and we like movies that are good and just unjustly rated.
Yep. We're the Millers
Wait,
is a good
what?
film. I don't understand why people
Except
don't.
Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 is not.
No,
better
it is
than
a
the first
great
movie.
film. I love that
not-
film. I will
it's-
defend
Hey,
it.
I watch
It's
Home
not-
Alone 2 every year. It's not better than the first one.
It's not garbage, though.
Yeah.
Is it worth 35% of Rotten Tomatoes?
Home Alone 2?
Yeah.
It's
No, come on, stop.
Is it better than
Stop.
that?
I would give
Shut
it-
your face.
I'd give-
Shut your hole.
Home Alone 2 deserves 49%.
Nope. Nope. Stop.
I love this.
There's an emotional center to it.
What is the original the one that just came out on Netflix a couple years ago, the Christmas Chronicles? No, I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't want your
Kurt
opinion, or I don't want the facts. I want what your opinion would be, Nate.
Oh no, I don't love that film.
Okay.
I don't.
I still
It
haven't
got,
seen
it
it.
got good traction though. I mean, people liked it.
People like Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I
Who
mean,
doesn't?
and he plays
Goldie
a good-
Hawn, apparently.
He plays,
Whoa! Shots fired, Kurt. Go fuck yourself. Brad Oman says so. Pow pow pow.
I didn't divorce him.
he plays a good Santa, but isn't she in that?
So do
Goldie
I.
Hawn?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if she was in the first one, but she's in the second one.
Wow, rolled her old bones out there, huh?
Wow, Jesus. Sorry, Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, you're on one side, I'm on the other.
Well, that was fun. A little Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah.
banter. Rotten rapport.
Rotten rapport.
Rotten rapport.
Well, that was a lot of fun.
I know I enjoy talking about movies with my best friends.
Did you
Did you know that we're
I
first time
this
hearing it?
news to me? I'm flattered.
Flattered. All right, we'll take it under advisement.
Oh, interesting.
Brad, where can people find you talking about the movies on the online?
You talk about the movies, do you?
I love talking about movies.
Brad, where can people find you on the onlines?
Oh, at Ethan_Anderton on Twitter is where I can be found. Also, /film.com.
If you go to x.com, does it reroute to Twitter?
You mean vice versa?
No. Like if you type in x.com, will it just go to like Twitter?
No, I think it's officially x.com now.
Okay.
It is.
Yeah, but there are still remnts of Twitter
So
things.
weird.
around. Yeah, it's
He's so
dumb.
weird.
And Brad will hold on to that.
Oh, I get it.
forever.
I get it.
Oh, absolutely. And I made it so that my icon on my phone is not the X icon. It's a Twitter icon, and there's an Apple shortcut that goes to X.
Jesus, that's hardcore.
Fuck you, Elon Musk.
Whoa.
And I mean that.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to stop bringing it up, Nate. I'm sorry.
/film.com, where you can find me writing about movies and TV shows every now and then. Right now I'm working on a big old gift guide for /film. Tons of
Oh yeah,
stuff
you do that every year
for
That's-
Thanksgiving.
that's a
Well,
big
I just
deal.
started doing it for like myself for the first time last year.
Okay.
And so this year.
But that was a big deal last year. I know it was a
It
big
was.
project for you.
Yeah,
so.
it was, and it still is this year. It's going to be a big one this year. Yeah, so
Jesus.
get ready. I'm going to whip it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
this big old gift guide and pop it right in your face.
all right, Nate. How about you, buddy? Where can people find you?
Yeah, I'm online on Instagram, and
All right.
on
You can find me
You
online.
can find me on LinkedIn.
Go on something called LondonUncalling.com, where I'm just talking shit about British women and how they sound. Pretty great.
That was a weird website for that.
London Calling.
No, I got it.
London
No,
Uncalling. 'cause
no,
they're-
the joke's there.
No, we heard.
Oh, look at my breasts. They're nice and jibbly bits all over the place.
This is like a Monty Python sketch.
Actually, that's a pretty good Monty Python voice. All right, then. We'll be back next week, maybe.
Now you sound like British Miss Piggy.
Hiya.
And there it is.
All right. Hey, guys. It was a lot of fun.
I know I had a good time.
All right. I love you both.
Love you too.
All right,
Do you?
how do we end the show?
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Nah, cheating, eh?